Hi everyone, good morning. It's Margaret Manning here. Welcome to 60 and Me. Welcome to a brand new day. I hope that you're doing great this morning. It's super sunny and bright here today and very, very warm. So hopefully you're having some almost summer weather where you are and just having a great day. Hope you're doing well. Now I've got a new tea today. It's from the brand called Hari Tea, Hari. And Hari tea, this one is made out of honeybush and zimt, because of course I bought this in Switzerland, so I translated it and it means actually honeybush tree and cinnamon. Now I didn't know what the honeybush tree was. Isn't tea great? You can experiment and discover new things. But anyway, it's a plant in South Africa and it's called the Cyclopia. Plant, and it's a honey bush and it's mixed with cinnamon. And I was reading the bottom part. It says something like Guts Bauschurfuhl in German. Hopefully somebody out there doesn't know German because I'm sure I pronounced that completely wrong. But anyway, it kind of means, at the bottom it says something like what you make of your life is like, following your instinct, your good gut. And so that's what this little tea is all about. And I'm drinking my honeybush and zimt tea this morning. And I hope you've got a cup of tea or coffee, something that you love, by your side. And today, in fact, that's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about the way we find our individual passions in life and, make the most of our lives as we have been given them. So we have a great blogger, her name's Jenny McReynolds, and she talks about the fact that in our lives, we make it a big point to accumulate. Accumulate relationships, accumulate work, things, even, with our families, we just are accumulating all the time. And that as we get into our 60s, it's great to kind of let go a bit. And we've actually written a lot about downsizing and how good that feels in your 60s. I've done it several times and it's hard. It's a lifestyle. But anyway, what she says is that despite all this effort to downsize, we actually do need 5 things in our lives. And these are maybe unexpected things that we need in our 60s. So I just want to share those with you, and maybe it'll stimulate some thought, some understanding of what might be missing in your life and how to go about filling it up, making it rich and full with experience and just not so much stuff. But anyway, the first thing that Ginny says that we do need is passion. And of course, it's not the same passion that we had for other things in our past. It's something that we're passionate about that takes us outside ourselves. So it could be art, architecture, music. I have a museum in Lucerne, which is near my house, and every time I feel kind of low in energy and just maybe a little bit, just a little bit low, I always go to this museum, the Rosengart Museum in Lucerne, and it's full of Picasso and paintings and some other modern paintings, which I just get so energized by. So for me, that's a passion. I love art and music and culture. So it's something that challenges us, something that moves us forward, something that gives us, an excitement about life. It could be something physical. It could be yoga. It could be exercise, running, swimming, whatever you have a passion about that you almost know in your heart is going to energize you and make you feel good. It could be learning a new language. It really can be across the spectrum, but having passion, number 1. Number 2 is we need a tribe. Now, for me, you are my tribe. 60 and Me is my tribe. I really do feel like you are just such a part of my life, all of you. And I wake up sometimes and I look at your comments on the articles that we post on our website, and I feel like I'm really getting to know some of you so well. And, I feel connected to you in our common goals, our common challenges. And so you are my tribe. Now, I also have little mini gangs of tribes that, people that I do things with too, like you do. I have, my train lovers team or group that goes on little train journeys once or twice a month. And, I have, of course, my family and the friends on Facebook that I've known so many years who remotely are my tribe. So anyway, the point is you need a tribe. And it can be just a fun, supportive group that knows you. That's the key thing. They know your name. They know what your buttons are. They know how to make you feel good when you're feeling down. They just understand you. So that's something Ginny says we really do need, and that sense of knowing that we're not alone in the world and that we've got people by our sides. And maybe this, for you, 60 and Me, is an important part of that. And if it is, I'm super happy that that's the case. I value you here, and I welcome everyone who's here. We get about, I think, 1,000 new women in our Facebook group every week, and it's really a growing community. So always keep checking in to Facebook and our website. You'll see all kinds of new faces and voices and comments. So that's a good place maybe to find your tribe. And by the way, it doesn't have to be women in their 60s. It can be people of all ages. It can be young people that you're maybe working with, or young people that just share a common interest. So your tribe can be very eclectic and diverse. The next thing we need to do, is an understanding of ourselves. This is making friends with yourself as a priority. And it is something that we need almost as a foundation to everything else in our 60s. We've got to learn to love our own company and to just be at peace with our flaws, with our shortcomings, and just be a friend to ourselves. A lot of people fear being alone. A lot don't. But I think having that deep acceptance of who you are is something that every woman in her 60s does need. And take time to reflect, Jenny reminds us, that this is your time. You've given so much of your life to other people. This is your time to make friends with yourself, know who you are, and that just makes a lot of other things fall into place. Our likes and our dislikes, we just start to know what makes us happy and what makes us sad. So another thing that we need in our 60s is a place where we come alive. Now, this could be your house. This could be just where you are right now. But for a lot of people, we have a place in the world, or even in our own city, a physical location, where we feel at home. We feel welcome and safe, and we feel inspired. That there's something about that place that brings out the best in you. Do you have a favorite place in the world? Well, for me, I've got several places. I do, as you probably know, because I talk about it a little, is Bali. I love Bali. I wish I could go there every single, month, just for like transport myself there for like a couple of days, just to get the energy of the place, the complete beauty, serenity, physical, just gorgeousness of the landscape and the people. I miss the smiles, just those certain things that make me feel alive. So that's one thing that Jenny suggests that you find in your life is just that place. And it could be your backyard. It could be at a symphony or at an opera performance. And it could be playing with your grandkids. It doesn't have to be an exotic place, but it's just that place that you come alive. I think that's really, really important. Maybe you could share in the comment section what places you come alive in. What are your favorite cities, towns, places you like to go on holiday, or just places you like to go. And you like to go with friends, family, grandchildren, and or by yourself. What are those places that just make you buzz? And finally, the last thing, that Jenny says we should need is we need a next step. I'm a big planner. I don't know if you are as well, but I love to plan for next activities. So if I'm planning to go somewhere, on a trip or to visit family, I start planning in advance. I'm planning a cruise right now, and I've already got packed, and it's a month away. I actually do love packing and unpacking and reorganizing and just trying to, organize next steps. I book my travel, train, for example. I always book that in advance because it is very much more inexpensive if you book 2 months in advance. So I like to save money in my life and in my travels. So that for me is one of the things that I really, really enjoy. And I guess the uber point here is that having a joy for discovery and curiosity about life, having just a sense that you want to explore and learn more, that's an important attitude to have in your 60s. It doesn't really matter what you like. Maybe you just love a particular chocolate bar. Actually, there's an article by one of our bloggers, Lisa Dunkel, who talks about how to live like a millionaire on a retirement budget. And I love her articles because they remind me of how these little things that we plan ahead for can be so significant. You know, like we can actually make our dinner, even if it's just a simple piece of, you know, salmon and broccoli and whatever, cauliflower, that we make it a special by thinking ahead. We're going to have a candle burning, or we're going to have a little teeny piece of wonderful chocolate that we've been saving. It's that kind of sense of having a thought for the next step. And just not getting stuck in worries about the present or the future, but just living life fully with a sense that there's something wonderful coming. You know, that we're going to control our aging process. We can't change it. There's no way we're going to stop aging or deal with any of the challenges, you know, in hypothetical ways. We're going to have to just live through it and embrace ourselves, embrace those little wrinkles, and just be at peace with it. But plan ahead for the fun things too. So I think that those are really 5 great reminders of elements, of attitudes that we can develop in our 60s to make our life fun and enjoyable. So I hope that's been interesting or inspiring. I hope that these talks that we have every day do that. I mean, if you have any topics, by the way, that you'd like us to discuss, just send them to me or put them in the comment section below. And yeah, every day I try to think of things that I know are on my mind, or that other people have written about that you know, concern them. And I think this business of, you know, having not being attached to possessions, but having things in your life that matter in your 60s is super important. So, what have you got planned for today? Hope that there's some fun plans on your agenda. You've got some interesting things you're going to do. And I want to thank you all again, of course, for being here every day. I just enjoy your company. Hope you enjoy ours, and look forward to always talking to you about these, you know, these fun things in our 60s. So my question for you is, what is your passion in life right now? What's your passion in life right now? And what goal do you have for the next year? Or goals? What goals do you have for the next year? What's your passion in life, and what are your goals for next year? I look forward to your comments, and I always like to join in and, you know, join the conversation. So, you know, feel free to share, like, comment, and enjoy the time together. Thanks so much, everybody. I'll see you again very, very soon. Take good care. Bye-bye for now.